Hey everyone, Vaidhan Lakapragada here. I want to talk about a very important topic called, about detachment and manifestation. I think this is a roadblock that many of us run into, and something I personally struggled with in my life as well. Now, I have many examples of many people around me that are masters of detachment, and they've effortlessly and flawlessly manifested abundance into their life, and I'm starting to do that too. My life has been absolutely a gift lately. In the past week or so, ever since I started making videos, since I went to this trip from Montreal, my life has been extremely amazing, blissful. Now, when people say detachment, right, they think it's this really hard task to accomplish because we have to completely let go of what we're feeling and we can't be in our head about it, or we can't even think about it. And if we think about it, that means we're too desperate. And there's this whole inner monologue that happens, which is not true. That is not what detachment is about. Detachment boils down to simply this: being desperate or actively searching and checking for the outcome, when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen. And I can give you another example of this. Let's say this astrologer is there, and this person goes to the astrologer and says, Mr. Astrologer, I want to get married, can you check? So the astrologer checks his hand and says, oh son, you would get married really soon. Now the guy who got this news, he is going to get so desperate and he's going to start checking for signs and looking around, and he's going to do a lot of effort, and he's going to be so obsessed and everything. And that is attachment. That is desperation. At that state, we don't manifest effortlessly. We don't manifest what we want. We only manifest whatever we're feeling at the time, which is desperation. So desperation manifests more desperation. To be detached in the same example would be just to be like, oh, I'm getting married and it's happening soon. Wow. And then from that point onwards, just enjoying the present, because the future is set up for you. To anybody who's watching this video, let me tell you clearly once and for all, the moment you decide that it's happened, and the moment you live like it's happened, because I spoke about this in the video of law of non-contradiction. The moment you decide and you live like it's happened, it's happened. Infinite versions of you exist in the future, and when you decide it's happened and you live like it's happened, you are literally tapped in and exist on the same linear line as the version of you that won. And so being obsessed, detached, and desperate right now is just going to ruin all of that. Instead, anytime you feel anxiety that your life is not going bad, your life is going bad, or you're not getting the results you want, or you have this sudden urge to check, ground yourself in the present. And this is the technique I personally use. I start by telling myself, my assumption has manifested. I have already received blank. So in my case, I am a big Oscar. I won the Oscar award. So I'm going to say every night, if I get tense, if I get anxiety, I'm going to tell myself, I've already won the Oscar. I've won the Oscar. And then I'm going to be like, it's already set up for me. Why would I spend my present worrying? That's literally the exact line I would tell myself. I'd be like, why would I spend the present worrying? If it's already set up for me, why would I spend the present worrying? And I'm asking this to you as well. You keep worrying about the present and overthinking and checking for the results, and obviously the results are not going to be there. I posted an Instagram reel that seemed to be doing well on trial reels. It got 700 views in 5 minutes or 10 minutes or something. So I set an intention and I did the Neville Goddard's visualization that this video is going to get 10,000 views. I post the reel and now it's peaked at 1,400 views. That's it. But I am so excited because to me, that video is a viral video. That's a video that got 10,000 views. I am celebrating, feeling, and extremely joyous that it got 10,000 views, because the version of me, the highest version of me, posts videos that get more views. It's as simple as that. I don't care about my reality. I'm not going to obsess over these factual details. They don't define my goals. They don't define me. I define that. I have that power. And so, in this entire rant, right, if I could just boil down and give you just this small advice, it's basically, or rather, I'm so sorry. What I'm trying to say is, detachment at the end of the day is the realization that all of what you want has already happened. So there is no lack. You are living in abundance. When you live in abundance, you're going to receive abundance. And here's another thing, right? The whole detachment concept only exists when you haven't seen any results yet. The moment one of your manifestations comes true, it doesn't even need to be like all 10 of them. The moment one comes true in a very amazing serendipitous fashion, you don't even need to worry about detachment anymore because your beliefs have changed. You will start to believe in the result. You will base your next manifestations on the unimaginable belief you just received from the result of it manifesting. Right now, because we don't have any results, we manifest from thin air. We imagine, we assume the result, and we feel full ourselves. But once you get results, right, those results end up manifesting even more results. And you just base your belief off of those. Your detachment is only good for now. If you are starting fresh, at that point, you would detach because you would realize that all of it has already been set up for you. The world is your oyster, my child. The universe has set this up for you completely. Like right now, after this video, if you write on a piece of paper that I have decided to be the next Angelina Jolie, I'm not even joking. Take a piece of paper and just write it down. I have decided to be the next Angelina Jolie, or I've decided to be the next Gigi Hadid. And you've written that. And from that moment onwards, you really live like that person, however that person might live, like in terms of dieting, fitness, mindset, posture, the way you interact with people, the coolness, the aura, whatever. You don't even need to check. The world is going to open up to you in ways you can't imagine. And it can be for anything. You can write anything. Infinite versions of you exist in the future. The circumstances will form around you. At some point when you feel so real good, so abundant, right? So detached. At that point, the world opens up to you. So remember to ground yourself in the present. Always, whenever you feel anxiety, live now. Live good now. That's what matters more than anything. I want to look back on my present, which has gone into my past, in the future, and be like, oh wow, no matter what I was going through, I always had a mindset and lived with abundance. That's the goal here. Thank you.